The girl suddenly passed out on the hot air balloon. When she came to, she was horrified to find herself sliding off the edge. She desperately reached for the cables but couldn't grab hold in time. When she regained consciousness again, she found herself hanging off the side of the balloon with nothing but empty space below. She frantically called out to her companion in the basket, but got no answer. Faced with a life-or-death situation, the girl decided to save herself. She started swinging her body back and forth to build momentum. After several attempts, she finally managed to grab the basket, but they weren't out of danger yet. She rushed to pull the vent valve to lower their altitude, only to discover it was frozen solid and wouldn't budge. With no other choice, she decided to take the risk and climb up the ropes to the top of the balloon to manually operate the release mechanism. She carefully made her way up, grabbed a tether and tied it around her waist as a safety line, and eventually reached the top of the balloon. But a new problem emerged. The valve was completely frozen from the cold and wouldn't move an inch. Thinking fast, she pulled out a knife, cut her shoelace, and wedged her shoe into the valve to keep it propped open. As the balloon started descending, her companion gradually came around, but they quickly realized they were dropping way too fast. In their panic, they tried to close the valve but accidentally threw it wide open instead, making them fall even faster. To lighten the load, they hurriedly threw everything they had overboard, but it still wasn't enough. They took another risk, climbed onto the edge of the basket, and cut the basket ropes to shed more weight. In this critical moment, her companion suddenly suggested converting the hot air balloon into a parachute. They immediately got to work, carefully cutting the inner ring of ropes. Then a miracle happened. The balloon successfully transformed into a giant parachute. Their descent slowed noticeably, and they'd somehow managed to cheat death. But fate seemed to have one more trick up its sleeve. The parachute headed straight for a dense forest. In the violent impact, her companion was thrown off by the branches. After nightfall, the girl woke up from unconsciousness. Fighting through the pain, she searched in the darkness and finally found her companion, helping him to his feet.